YouTube, how we doing? Alright, so I'm trying something new today. I'm making an actual YouTube video. Normally I just make, shorts or TikToks of just my gameplay, but I'm going to make an actual YouTube video today. I'm going to just be, doing some gameplay of Black Ops 6 and just having some commentary of the game while I'm playing it, and I'll tell you my final thoughts at the end. And if you like this video, like the video. Let me know. And if you're not subscribed and you're somehow seeing this, please, maybe, hit that button. It'd be much appreciated. Anyway, though, for real, let me know in the comments what you think about this. If I should do something like this, or if I should just never try again and just keep doing shorts. I'm probably going to keep doing this either way just to, try it out. But seriously, let me know what you think. I read all the comments. I get so few of them, I actually read all of them. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, so here we are. Normally I got a face cam going, but just for the sake of being able to show everything on the screen, I'm just going to leave it off this time, just so you can kind of see everything. So, just a couple things. This is normally the class I go with. I've been using the MP5 quite a bit lately, and I really like it. I think it's awesome. You can see how it has that, kind of semicircle with the center post for the sight, and it's super easy to use, super easy to see. But lately I've been seeing a lot of people say that the PDW is just the better gun to use, so that's what I'm going to be using in this video. And something else to note is the perks. So you have perk types. So there's Enforcer, Recon, and Strategist, right? If you chain 3 of the same perk type together, then you get what's called, a specialty. And you can see it right there. And what this one does is it basically just gives you quick fix. So you get a movement speed buff and you regen after getting a kill. And especially multiplayer, I think this is great. If you're a running and gunning kind of player, like that's kind of how I play. I just kind of just rush everything and ego chow everything. And if you play like that, then using that kind of perk is gonna be good. So I recommend that. I haven't really tried out the other ones as much. There's high alert. I think I think the recon specialty gives you high alert, but there's ghost, engineer, tracker, and then if you wanted to, you could do perk read. I don't have this unlocked yet, but you could put another perk on, so you could add, you know, engineer tracker. I would personally probably add tracker with this specialty. I think that that would be unbelievably OP, but I actually think that having an AR and an SMG in your loadout is helpful, because a lot of these maps have, long lanes and stuff, and I kind of, peek the long lanes with the AR and then use a sub to chow the closer up ones. So this is a new mode that I've only played like one other time, and so basically you gotta kill whatever this MTZ is, and they have armor plates, kind of like Warzone. So yeah, just something to keep in mind. Oh yeah, there he is. Yeah, I mean, I should lose that every time. Something that I really do like about this game, though, is the movement. And I don't know if you've heard it enough, but the movement is super solid in this game. It is awesome. I think it is... I actually think it's the most fluid movement system that Call of Duty has come out with. They really put thought into it, and it's great. With that being said, something that I have trouble with is filtering my slides and my dives and doing them at the correct time, because even though I have automatic tactical sprint on, and I'll go over some settings at the end of this video as well, just to kind of show you what I'm working with. Something that I definitely need to change is the minimap size. And, you can change it from a circle to a square, and when you have a square you can see more stuff, which is obviously more helpful. That's something that I'm going to do, but I'm just going to, do that later. But I don't know, I think the game's good. it's fun. It really is. You know, I know that it's been really hyped up, and a lot of people are like, oh, it's Cold War 2.0, but you know, something I think that you know people forget is back in the old days. You know, if you played COD then, Black Ops and Modern Warfare had pretty distinctive differences to them. Like you could tell like what kind of game you were playing, and you know, it's the same thing. Like, you know, Treyarch made Cold War and Treyarch makes this game, so I would assume that they would look really similar. I wasn't a big fan of Cold War. I thought the movement was terribly clunky, and I honestly just, you know, I hated the health bar system too. I didn't like to be able to see the enemy health bar. I didn't like that they could see mine. That's just me though. But I really like this game, and I think this game looks really good too. I was kind of surprised just because I didn't think Cold War looked good for the time that it was in. I thought it was a little behind on the graphics, but I don't think that with this game. I think this game looks phenomenal. I think it looks better than MW3, which is what should be happening, right? Like, that's how it should be. Yeah, I think the game's a lot of fun. Oh, I was HVT. Wasn't paying attention there at all. Let's see what this Makarov can do. This guy's probably gonna hop up here. Yeah. But I think that, you know, you absolutely have to use the slide and dive hybrid mechanic. I think they're very applicable in numerous different situations, and the dive is really broken. If you can hit it right, you can just dive right past people's screens and get some really solid kills in. And you know, one other thing though that a negative that I have about this game is that the visibility isn't great. Like, I find it harder to see people sometimes, especially if they're laying on the ground. Like, you know, I have a really nice monitor setup and whatnot. I play on 1440p, and I got really good color grading and everything, and I have a hard time seeing people, so I can only imagine what it looks like on console, and I think that that's a bit of a problem that they have to fix. So that's something else that I think that they should look into. But I know that some other stuff was brought up at COD Next. For example, the new Warzone map, or Resurgence map, whatever, it looked kind of gray and just not really vibrant. And I watched the JGod video saying how, you know, that they talked to the devs and that it's being addressed and they're actually going to change that, you know, before release, which is great. And, you know, it's good to see that, you know, they're kind of listening a little bit, and they're going to do something about it. Because, you know, that's been, you know, gone wrong in the past is that you have all the player base complaining about something and the devs not doing anything about it. And it really seems like Treyarch wants to listen to the community, and I hope that that's true. You know, I hope that's actually how that, you know, ends up going, so that we can get a really solid game. I mean, as you can see, I mean, it's just, the game's fast-paced. It really is. It is a much faster-paced COD than, you know, previous ones, especially the OG ones. A lot of, you know, smaller maps. But, you know, some people really like that. You know, there's a whole small map mosh pit, you know, playlist in Modern Warfare 3. So, I think that's just, and there's going to be other ones, too. You know, this isn't everything, right? We've only seen, I think it's 4 maps now. At least by the time that I'm recording this, I've only seen 4 different maps. I don't know if they're gonna, you know, continue to release more maps as, you know, the beta goes on, because it's gonna go offline for a little bit, for like a day or whatever, until the open beta comes out, because this is like the early access. Honestly, haven't seen too many bugs in the game. My game crashed one time. And I also had a weird color grading thing happen where all the structures were just like black and they had no texture to them or anything. Everything was just black. It was really annoying. But other than that, I haven't seen anything like substantially crazy. Nothing game breaking. I think this is the best, most complete beta we have ever seen. So, with that being said, once this is done, I'm going to go over my settings and just kind of, show you what I'm running with, or, whatever. So, controller settings, I run tactical. I run 1210 sensitivity. A lot of pros tell you not to do that. They say 6.6 is the best. I personally don't like that, but teach their own. I've also seen to lower this. I've seen to lower this to 0.85. I haven't done that yet, but well, I guess I will next time and just kind of see how it goes. But I think the most important thing is this right here. So, tactical sprint assist, right? So, you can have sprint assist on. I recommend tactical sprint assist because as soon as you start moving your stick left, right, back, whatever, you're instantly tack sprinting in whatever direction you want to. And if you're an aggressive player, you want to move as fast as you can every single time. So I think that is very important. I have the sprint assist on sideways and backwards always on because this makes it a little more fluid for you. So as soon as you start moving your stick in one direction, it's just going to automatically start doing that. I think it makes the movement a lot more fluid and smooth instead of, kind of clunky, especially because we're learning this. I might turn it off in the future just to master the movement a little bit better, but we'll see. And the slide and dive behavior. So I think hybrid is the best setting. I think it's going to take a while to get used to because I always ran tap to slide. And for me, it's kind of hard because sometimes I just spam my left stick when I'm trying to just always be tack sprinting. And I'll hit, my slide button, but I'll dive instead because on the hybrid, as you can see, like right here it says tap only to slide, tap while holding sprint, input to dive. So if I'm spamming my sprint stick and I hit the slide button, I'm going to dive. And that's what's been happening to me. But other than that, these are just the settings I have. Nothing, too crazy or whatever. I'm not going to go over my graphic settings. Everything's pretty much just on low. But I'm going to just give you my final takeaways, and that's it. Alright, so that was the gameplay. My final takeaways, the pros first are, I think the movement system is awesome. I love it, I really do. I think the game feels super fluid. I think the game looks great, like visually. I was pretty surprised when I first loaded it up, especially because I have all low settings on just to have a higher frame rate. I think the game looks great. I think the gunplay is really good. The TTK is a little quick, a little faster than what we're used to. 4 shots to kill in most situations, but the game's good. I actually do have high hopes for this game. The cons, it's really hard to see players. The game looks good visually, but I think it's really hard to see other people sometimes. And I'm playing on like 1440p on PC. I can't imagine what it looks like for someone who's on console playing on a TV. I feel like it's actually, really hard to see. But let me know if that's how you feel. And the other con, the audio is garbage. Absolutely horrible. I can't hear anything. Someone shooting their gun on the other side of the map, it sounds like they're shooting it right in my ear. It's absolutely ridiculous. I don't know how they haven't fixed this by now. This is a very ongoing problem of not having good audio. I don't know why they can't fix that, but I hope they do. I've been seeing a lot of other people complaining about the audio as well, so hopefully they actually address this and fix that. But overall, I think the game is good, and it actually was not what I was expecting, because I was very skeptical, probably how most of you are. But if you haven't played the game yet, open beta is coming out soon. I would 100% give it a try. Why not? You don't got to pre-order the game to play it. I did just because, I like Call of Duty games and I really wanted to see what it was like, and I was a little excited. Even though skeptical, I was still excited. So I think the game's good. My overall takeaway, the game's good. I think there's some things that they can fix about it, and Treyarch seems like they're actually passionate towards their player base this time. They've listened to what we've said in the past, and it looks like they're acting on, some of it at least. But anyway, if you made it to the end of this video, I'm surprised. I don't think anybody's going to watch this video to begin with. But if you did, thank you. I appreciate it. And let me know what you think in the comments. Seriously. Like, should I do this more? I might. If I have time. I will do this. Let me know. Anyway, have a good one. I'll catch you later.